Why not me? Why not me? Sometimes we find ourselves surrounded by people that have succeeded before us. And the real kicker is when you embarked on your journey and on your pursuit for something before them, right? You started something, you tried something, you took a risk, you took a leap of faith before anybody else did. And then, maybe weeks, months, years later, they jump on the bandwagon and they succeed before you ever have, okay? Or you've been trying something for years and years and years, and then somebody, they go out on a limb and they succeed within a couple of weeks, while you have yet to succeed. Trust me, I'm with you. I feel you. I understand. So today I wanted to give you 5 different ways that you can stop feeling bad about yourself when other people are seeing success, but you're not. Number 1, stop comparing yourself. Comparison, it's a trap for a reason, okay? The comparison trap is it's this idea that you're not good enough, that you will never be good enough, and you feel like you're unworthy and that you're never going to be like them. That's sort of what comparison gets you into. And comparison can lead to you doing something that is inauthentic and something that you really don't stand behind, that you really are not passionate about, simply because you feel the need to be like somebody else, simply because you feel the need to emulate someone in somebody's situation. And so the first thing that you need to stop doing is comparing yourself. The reality is that you have a completely different life situation and life circumstance than whoever is succeeding before you. Perhaps you don't have as much money, don't have as much time, don't have as many resources, as much skill, whatever. Perhaps you're starting from a different foundation, okay, than somebody else who is starting from, I have the skill set, I've got the money, I have plenty of time, right? You are starting from someplace different. You have started someplace different. Your journey is different. And so comparison is going to get you absolutely nowhere. So, number 1, stop comparing yourself to them. Number 2 is to stop competing with them. I found myself doing this where I wanted to, it's like I would compete with their success. So, somebody else, they're pursuing something completely different than I am, but I approach the situation and start thinking, well, by this date, I want to have more of this, more YouTube subscribers than they have this. Okay, it's absolutely no measurement. There's no competition. The completely different, niche of pursuit, completely different pursuit altogether. But I would compete and try to, I wanted to be better. I wanted to trump them almost. It's like, oh, well, I had more wins than you did this week. Oh, well, I grew faster than you did this month or this year. And it was like this competitive feeling. And it wouldn't work out, right? They were just succeeding faster than I was. And I was left feeling like, but I worked so hard to beat them this week. But there was no competition, right? So stop competing with them. Stop applying this pressure on yourself to, well, by this date, I have to have more, sales or more subscribers or more followers or more this or that or whatever. I have to have more clients. I have to have more than them. I have to have more than whatever they have. Stop competing with them. Because what ends up happening is that you lose sight of your purpose and you're hyper-focused on them. And you're hyper-focused on their success and not your own improvement. You stop being focused on how can I improve myself, and you start only focusing on I need to beat them. So number 2 is to stop competing with whoever you feel this pressure of success coming from. Number 3 is to stop being a victim. Stop being a victim. I recently realized that I was 100% in victim mode, that I have been in victim mode for like the longest time, and I didn't even realize it. I didn't even realize that I was operating out of this mode of, oh, woe is me, nothing works out for me, and everything is working out for them, and I am just, oh, woe is me. It's so sad to be me. I was victimizing myself. I was creating my own victimhood. I was becoming a victim in my own life. I was making myself a victim. This other person who's succeeding, or who any other people that have succeeded around me, they were not victimizing me. They were not beating me down. Nobody has been telling me, you suck. Nobody has told me that. So my victimhood was completely self-imposed. And so when you are looking at somebody else's success, and you then turn to your own life and turn to your own pursuit and your own desire, and you start looking at that and thinking, it's like nothing is working out for me. Why? What? Oh my word, it's just so sad. I'm trying so hard and nothing is working. Nothing is working. And you're just victimizing yourself. And once again, just like with the competing and just like with the comparing, you lose sight of, what can I change? How can I improve? How can I grow? What can I address? What issues are preventing me from growing? Okay, when you are a victim and when you are competing with somebody else, you lose sight. You lose the ability to look at yourself and say, I need to change. I need to grow. I need to address these situations. And so number 3 is to stop being a victim. Along those lines, over in the book club, we have been talking all about healing yourself, healing your life, and how to heal your life. And a major part of that is to stop being a victim. So if you are interested in learning how to stop being your own victim and being a victim in your own life, then I highly suggest that you go and check out the book club. There are 2 levels to the book club. The first level, you get access to videos every month that really go in depth into the book of the month, which this month is You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. And then the second level, you get those videos, plus you get access to a private Facebook group where we have conversation about these books, where we're having conversation throughout the week about what we're reading and what we are learning. So if you are interested in getting plugged in, building that community, and learning more and learning how to grow and heal your own life, then I highly suggest that you check out the book club now. I will link that in the description box below. The 4th way to stop feeling bad about yourself when you see somebody else's success is to start searching for ways that you can improve. And this goes right along the lines with what I was just saying about being a victim. So when you stop competing with them, comparing yourself to them, and being your own victim, when you stop doing those things, I encourage you to turn your attention to yourself. Okay, this is your turn to be selfish, okay, for just a little, be self-absorbed for a while here in regards to your success and your path and your journey. Okay, so you need to look at your situation, at your pursuit, at your journey, and you need to specify and identify, how can I improve? What can I do better? Okay, so they are succeeding over here. What are some elements of their character, of their personality, of their mindset, and what they believe about themselves and about their pursuit? What kind of aspects can I emulate? What kind of aspects can I apply to mine? Because there's a reason they're succeeding, right? There is a reason, and most of it has to do with their mindset. So what do I need to change, right? Perhaps, like we said, it's something to do with your mindset and something to do with healing something in your past and healing yourself, okay? Learning how to heal your life. And then there might be other areas where it's an action step in regards to whatever you're pursuing, you know? For me, I changed niches. I started YouTube as a beauty channel. I'm This is not a beauty channel anymore, okay? I changed my niche. I changed my thumbnails. I changed, right? You change. You address the issue. You address whatever it is that it's like, this is not working. Like it's just not working, right? So look at your life and see, what areas can I improve? What is it that I can address and change and improve about this situation, about my life, about myself? How can I do better? Because they don't need to stoop down to my level. I need to meet theirs, right? I need to grow. I need to improve. I need to better myself. And that leads me to point number 5, which is to start competing with yesterday's self. Okay, that is the biggest thing. Like you're not competing with them anymore. You're not competing with whoever it is that you feel this pressure coming from. That's not who you're competing with anymore. Who you're competing with is yourself yesterday. Okay, so yesterday perhaps you were a couch potato and you were watching old British television, okay? May or may not have been me. So, how can you improve today? Well, today maybe I'm still on the couch, maybe I'm still watching British television, but maybe I'm working while I'm doing that. Maybe I'm doing this while I'm doing that. Maybe I'm doing that while I'm doing that, okay? Yesterday's self was making these kinds of thumbnails. Today, I am stepping up my game with my thumbnails. I'm figuring out how to change it. I am addressing the issue. I'm improving it. I am investing some time in figuring out how to improve this and learning this and gaining this skill. That's what I'm doing today. So, who were you yesterday? And what is one step above that for today? How are you going to climb one step higher today? Okay, and when you do that every single day, then you are constantly improving and you are constantly growing and you are constantly putting yourself in a position where you are more likely to succeed, where you are actively growing, actively improving, and actively putting yourself in more of a likelihood of success. You are more likely to succeed when you are continuously improving yourself and continuously growing. No, you don't need to spend $10,000 on some online course that's going to teach you how to improve yourself, okay? That's not necessary. It's not necessary. It's nice when you're able to do that, but how can you simply improve? What can you learn? How can you grow a little bit every single day? How can you improve a little bit every single day? Compete against yourself, not against somebody else, because they're living a completely different life. And they are pursuing a completely different goal and a completely different thing than you are. So, focus on competing against yesterday's self. If you are interested in learning more about how you can stop really feeling bad about yourself and feeling bad about your circumstance and who you are and how you're living your life, then I highly encourage you to go and watch this video right here. It is all about how to stop being hurt and start being healed. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I love you oh so very much. And until we meet again, so long.